is the voice of disruption.
Zombieland. Yes, Zombieland. The movie that was all around the apocalypse of the world and people attacking people. It was a fun movie, but what was the first rule of Zombieland? Jesse Eisenberg said it was outrunning your competition. It was cardio. Yeah, outrunning anything that was about to devour you. I'm Ken Rutkowski, and this is the voice of disruption. On today's show, we'll talk to people that have disrupted themselves, from Papa Joe, who's found a way to lose multiple people at the same time, meaning weight. He lost over 250 pounds, and you're gonna be surprised on how he did it. An incredible, inspiring story. Also, Pooneh Mohajer, who's creating a brand that will challenge the Hello Kitties of the world. And then we'll also look at what's going on when it comes to heels, high heel shoes. You think it's interesting? It is, it's fascinating. Actually, Dolly Singh, let's call her the Elon Musk for the shoe industry. And then Freddie Ravel is gonna teach us how we could use music to inspire us to outrun our competition. So I wanna go back to this idea of Zombieland. The idea was this: you have to make sure you are always ready to compete, to be ahead of the game. There's an old saying that there's somebody in a garage forging a bullet with your name on it. I know it sounds harsh, but that's exactly what happened when it came to Apple. Apple challenged the status quo. IBM was challenged by Apple, and Apple did it out of a garage. So you need two C's to make things work in today's world. You need code and you need a community. Code in a community is what takes the biggest companies and challenges them, threatens them. Look at Kodak. Kodak was the gigantic monster of the film industry, the photo taking industry, and this little company came out of nowhere called Instagram and took them down. I want you to think about a small company of 59 people that are sitting in Northern California, and they were acquired for $19 billion for the code they had that Facebook wanted, called WhatsApp. Code in a community is what challenges everybody. And in today's world, you need to make sure you have both the code and the community. Let me explain that. First, of course, we know what code is, right? No, it's not computer code. Code is what is your code of ethics, your code of morals, your code to move forward. It's your game plan. Your code is what's gonna make you different from everybody else. Your code is what separates you from them. What is your code? And then your community. Your community is just not your following on social media. It's the people you surround yourself with. Remember, a great community is what's going to inspire you to go to the next level. It's the people you share time with. Fire the friends that bring you down and somehow promote the ones that bring you up. Bring the people together that'll make you a better person. Your code and your community. And when you bring them together, you will challenge the giants of the industry. And the people that will be with us today have found a way to create great code and bring a great community together. Now, why is it important? Today is the world of social media. And if you want to do anything from raising funds to getting your app out there, you got to make sure your community is ready to go. You can't just start your community today and think they're going to be ready tomorrow. It takes time. It takes time to get your community ready for what you need them to do. You have to offer so much to your community. You have to give, because when it's time for you to ask for something, they're ready. And some of the most successful crowdfunding campaigns have worked on their community. Let me give you an example. Exploding Kittens. You ever heard of it? Well, it's one of the most successful crowdfunding campaigns ever to happen. Alon Lee from Seattle, Washington said, I want to raise $10,000. And he worked on his community to when he said go and they made the Kickstarter campaign go, he raised almost $10 million. How? Because he created the right community to execute on that code, that mission to happen. Code, community. So to build things up the right way, you need to make sure you build your code and community. Today is the world of ICOs. It's a new buzz term you're going to hear a lot of. ICOs are initial coin offerings. It's a new way of raising money. And we're seeing companies that literally were invisible a year ago worth billions today in less than a few months. Because they have found a way to create the right code, meaning exactly what their message is, what their plan is, how they're going to do it, and they got the community excited. Today, it's all around making sure both your code and your community are working together. And on today's show, we're going to meet people who have done it. I'm really excited about that. Of course, we are Voice of Disruption here every single week. And when we start today, you're going to meet Pooneh Mohajer. Met her several years ago. She is an amazing entrepreneur that has sold many companies. And her new mission today is to create a brand that is embraced by the world called Tokidoki. So let's get into it. Let's start. Voice of Disruption. Ken Rutkowski, we'll be right back.